probably won't be able to see it, but it's steady 40 mile an hour. I think I'm going to have to put plan B into operation. Okay, we're out. We're on the winter solstice camp. This will be my 21st camp of the year, so apt for the date as well. But yeah, back in the southern uplands. All the snow off the top's gone, unfortunately, but temperatures have definitely lifted since last week. I couldn't get out last week, working right up to more or less the weekend, and then the weather sort of turned and the wind. I didn't fancy a windy night and a cold night with ice and snow, so I opted to come out for the winter solstice instead. As I said, the temperatures have lifted a bit. It's about 4 to 5 degrees in the car on the way up. It was fluctuating, but I just come through a massive shower on the way up and I thought, oh, but it's cleared through. It's going to be a blustery night, so I'm heading up on the tops, see how bad it is. If not, I've got a place low level I can go and get out the wind to do the camp, but we'll head up and see how far we get and how bad the wind is. Bring you back. Yeah, those clouds are fairly zipping by, so unless I find somewhere sheltered like per usual behind a wall, I'll be dropping down. I've got a spot lower down there I can pitch up, but we'll see what the summits are like before we make any decisions. I've stripped the jacket off, it was just too warm. I can guarantee 10 minutes in and it'll be raining, but we'll just play it by ear. I was starting to cook. And once I'm off this path, I'm on the fell, follow the fence line up, and it's basically straight up. So it's all climbing. So I'll be in a lather then. Oh. Right, I'll bring you back. Yeah, it's a bit cloudy and overcast. Feels like it's, well, we've got 2.25 hours before it gets dark. I've got to get up here, hoping an hour to get where I'm going. I need to get water on the way up as well, somewhere. So I might just pick it up here. The tiniest amount of snow in like some gullies, just below Croft Head. Right, we've come up the valley, traversed so far, but yeah, onwards. Still got about 250 litres of ascent. Oh, right, let's push on. Nice bit of light over towards the Hartfell, Saddle York. So the clouds are keeping above the summits for now. Oh, onwards. About time, first glimpse of the sun as we get a bit higher. Oh yeah, lovely winter sunshine. Okay, got some water. It's lovely and clear, so it only starts running about here. The only problem is I've had to come down from all the way up here because I couldn't be bothered before to carry it all the way up. So 6 and 2 3s, but I've got probably 2 litres worth there between them two, and I've still got some up there, but let's head back up. I don't know if you can hear us, but the wind is whistling through here from nuts. I'll put the wind meter out on the top, so it's just about there, so we'll head up there. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see it, but it's steady 40 mile an hour. Get some light onto it. Yeah, it's difficult to catch, but yeah. Right here on Capel Fell Summit, it's pushing 37, 38, 49 in the gusts. Yeah, no way am I stopping up here. So the forecast was right. If you can even hear us, oh, and then it stops. Oh my word, that is wild. Right, I'm hiding behind the wall down there tonight somewhere, hopefully. And if not, I'll be dropping back down. I've got a place in mind. Yes, not a cat in hell's chance up here. So in them gusts, it's pushing, you know, upwards towards 50, which, you know, it said the wind would be steady 30, 35, and in the gusts it would be, you know, topping the 50, so they're not too far wrong there. So I will be hiding, as per, behind a wall. I don't know if you can hear this because the wind is just battering us. Oh, right, let's go and hide. I guess that's a casualty of winter, all these hard frosts we've had up here. Yeah, it's looking very nice across the other side of the fells. Beautiful light now. Yeah, you get on this side of the fell and there's I'm protected by the sort of fell behind, and it's sort of very calm, but yeah, that can change very quickly. But hopefully my usual spot will protect us, and if that is just in the wind slightly, I can go further round the wall as such and hopefully be out of the wind. But can't complain for the old solstice, winter solstice. Longest night, shortest day, is it? And after this, the nights will start to draw out very slowly. Yeah, it's a long winter. But yeah, the last few solstices I've done, I don't want to put the kiss of death on it, but it's always tipped it down, been proper miserable. So this is very welcoming indeed. Yeah, I've had some really crap ones, so it's about time I got a half decent one. It's going to be dark in an hour, isn't it? I'll just be tent bound for the rest of the night, and tomorrow's supposed to be naff, so we'll just get what we can today. Right, sun's got out where I'm heading. It always looks better where you're not, eh? Oh, I can feel the sun on my back of my legs, and it's got a very slight bit of heat in it. But that will be very short-lived. It's just good to get a sunset. Oh, and I'm not far off my little pitch spot. Still a bit blowy here, but hopefully when I turn the corner it should be better. Oh, that's beautiful, that. Let's have a look. Yep, it's not bad at all. Looking hazy over the southern uplands to the west of the 74. But over here at the moment, can't complain. Right, I'm just going to pitch on my usual spot. I was going to go further on, but this is not too bad. There's a little bit of wind here, but it's not too bad. So yeah, the sun's just starting to hide behind the clouds now, so I'll get it pitched up here. Yeah, it's a bit wild, but Nothing compared to what I was when I was up there. That was proper wild. Some nice colours popping out now. As I say, that won't be there long and it'll be gone. Right, I think I'm going to have to put plan B into operation. I know it's going to be dark when I'm walking, but it's just too windy here. I thought it'd be alright, but it's pretty bad. So before I get the mats, the sleep mats out and everything, I'm just going to chuck everything back in the bag, drop the tent and go to my place where I was, where I know there'll be very little wind, I'm hoping. And if there's not, it'll be a round trip back to the car. But I can't be bothered just getting battered here tonight. It's just, yeah. It's usually alright here, it's usually alright. That sort of wind, it's just unforgiving and bloody cold. Yeah, it's a long night to be stuck up here blown to bits. Just a lot of flapping about. Yeah. It's a nightmare. I don't really want to do it, like, but it's 4 o'clock now, so it's do or die time, innit? Oh yeah, just this back's getting completely hammered. Right, let's get a move on. Right, that's us all packed down. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but needs must stay. Still got a little bit of light left. I'm going to head back that way, down towards the forest, and then cut through into my trusty old sheepfold, and hopefully that isn't too bad. And if that's no good, well, then it's an early bath. But we've given it a go. Right, best get on the move. Oh. Yeah, I know you can probably not see a thing, but the trees just run out there, and then I drop down a little bit, and then I pick the path up the Southern Upland Way. Right, we've picked up the Southern Upland Way. There's a couple of owls flying about around us here, but path goes that way for us. Slippy. Oh, very slippy. Okay, well, bit of a performance, eh? The wind up there was just, yeah, it was relentless. No way was I going to be spending a night up there. So I've dropped down to the sheepfold that I camped in for the first camp I've done this year. So now it's going to be the last camp, first and last, in the same place. But it's a little bit windy, but nothing compared to what was up there. I'll should have a decent night's sleep in this one, because I'm in the sheepfold and it's protected all the way around, and obviously I'm not on the summit, so it is gusting a bit, but it's nothing like it was. So it was looking like it was going to be a disaster, wasn't it? But it's been averted. But we've lost a bit of time. 6:10. I think I packed up and left by about 4:30. Oh. And got down here for about 26 or something. So yeah, I've been faffing about getting it all ready, but we're there. Right, let us get something on to eat and drink, get a brew on. I'm having to sleep this way on. I'm in the June mid tonight. I'm having to sleep the opposite way to what I normally sleep, because it's on a bit of a slope down that way, so I need to be my head up at the higher end. So it is what it is. But the GoPro's been giving us problems. I put a new battery in, 90 odd percent it was saying. Dump, shut off, low battery. What? 90 odd percent, it was brand new battery. I've no idea what it's doing. I think maybe the camera got really cold because I was just carrying it all about the fell this afternoon. Maybe that's the reason. I've got the power bank chucked in now, and that seems to be stopping it, but the batteries are just completely dying. Yeah, so tonight's meal is the reindeer stew, real term. I had that a couple of years ago. It's quite enjoyable, so quite apt for this time of year as well. But I'll be looking forward to getting tucked into that. Yeah, I've had my real term at reindeer stew, very nice. And I've got myself a coffee, and I've got a little bit of malt whiskey, so I've just given that a little warmer. But yeah, just I'm glad I'm not up on that summit. It's so much calmer down here, more relaxing. That would have just been an absolute mare all night long, getting buffeted and battered. I'd have got zero sleep. I'll probably get zero sleep anyhow, but I'll have a better chance down here than sort of up on that summit. But okay, so we've killed a bit of time. I watched the film Planes, Trains, Automobiles in Oldham, but it's a good one. I had a couple of whiskies, bit of chocolate. You know, it's after 10 now, so I'm going to bed down for the night, but I'm definitely glad I made the choice of dropping back down off that summit, because that wouldn't have been enjoyable at all. So hopefully we'll have a fairly peaceful night down here, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. It is forecast for rain. We'll see. It wasn't 100% sure. It could be after 9, so hopefully I can get sort of packed away and tent drop before the worst of the rain comes, but we'll see what happens. But all in all, fairly quiet, so we'll see you in the morning. Morning, campers. Well, it started off quite a still night, and then I think the rains come on about 2 o'clock, and when the rains come, the wind picked up, so it's been on and off. Got quite heavy again about 5 o'clock. It's now 7:10, so I'm hoping this will blow through before I start packing down, but I'm going to make a brew, just slowly start packing a few things inside, and then it should break daylight about 8 o'clock, we reckon. But yeah, I had a little bit of condensation that was flapping onto us, so I've sorted that out with the trusty cloth. I'm not getting flapped on anymore. You're not surprised with the condensation, as I said last night. It was so wet when I pitched up last night in this sheepfold, so anyway, it's time to put the old brew on. Yeah, straightforward breakfast. I've got a brioche, which I'm just warming up. I've got a little brunch bar and a Kenko. Just warm that through a little. But yeah, so we'll definitely not be seeing a sunrise this morning. I'm just hoping it does ease off a bit. I'm just sort of lounging about at the moment. I haven't even packed the thing away. Still brewing it. No rush this morning. Oh dear. But yeah, would have been a different story on that summit. It's not easing off, is it? And I can't even get a phone signal down here. Luckily I managed to text the wife before I dropped into this dead zone last night, just to tell her that I was in a dead zone and no signal. You can get one if you go sort of a couple hundred yards up this hill to the right of me, but not in these conditions. flappy. Yeah, it's pretty grim this morning. Oh, mist. So I've got everything packed away, just got to drop the tent now. Yeah, you look down the valley there, it's pretty horrible. Anyway, let's get this final lot packed away. Okay, left no trace. No pegs, nothing. Yeah, so I was going down a bit there, so that's why I slept upwards, but yeah, this ain't giving up. Took a bit to pack up there. Oh, it took probably a good half an hour and more, just trying to get sorted. Yeah, it's like this down here, up on the summit it'll be proper wild. The wind seems to have dropped a little though. Bloody rain setting here. Right, let's head down off this hill. So the lower route must be closed and you've got to take the higher route up via Croft Head, which would be interesting on a day like today. And that takes you east. Right, let's just head down. Right, the rain has eased off. I had to stop. I was maybe, I don't know, a third of a mile in. I had visions of putting my camera in on one of the rocks in the sheepfold, so I stopped and checked the bag. I put it in the bag, cracking up. But I didn't want to get all the way back to the car and think, oh, I'll have to come back up, so yeah, best being safe. But yeah, the rain's eased off now. But as you can see, the summits are still clag bound. I mean, it was forecast for rain this morning, so it is what it is. Okay, nearly back to the car. So that turned out a bit of a damp one in the end. That rain came on during the night, but I'm just glad I wasn't up on that summit. It would have been a whole lot worse. So I would reckon this is my last camp of the year. I don't think I'll be out back to work late next week, so I won't be out till the new year. So have a good Christmas. We'll see you out on the next one.